Hello, friends. This is Alia Jamal, the Love Coach, coming here for a 30-day series on relationship with yourself. Today, we are on day 2. Today, we are going to talk about how you think about yourself. Now, thoughts are something that are going on in our head all the time. There are, I believe, more than 50,000 thoughts going on at any given moment in our mind. We're not aware of most of them. Some of them you might be aware because they're more in the front, some are in the background, some are unconscious, some are even below your consciousness. So you have no idea that those thoughts are living there. But when you pay attention to what's going on in your inner world, like when you go inward and you're like, what do I think about myself? How do I think who I am? What do I think about who I am? When you will start asking yourself those questions, you would realize most of the thoughts that you think about yourself are a reflection of what other people think of you. If someone will say, "Hey, you look so beautiful today," the rest of the day you'll be like, "I look beautiful. I look beautiful." If somebody would say, "Hey, congratulations, you did amazing," you will think about yourself that, "Oh my God, I am so good. I did amazing." That is the thought will keep going on. And the words that came into your ear, they will just keep going on. And then there are some thoughts where someone will say, "Well, you're not good enough. You didn't do this right. Why did you not invite me?" And then you're thinking about yourself, "Oh my God, there's something wrong with me. Why can't I get this right? Why can't I do this?" A big chunk of the thoughts that you have in your mind are criticism, judgment, guilt, shame, regrets, comparison, going into the past and taking yourself apart. A lot of us, we think we are very self-reflective, but what that really is, we are very self-critical, and we think that's supposed to be productive. A lot of us have been exposed to negative psychology, or I think that's what it's called, negative something something. Right now, forgetting the full name, where if I tell myself you're a total loser, I can actually motivate myself. A lot of that is were used at least in coaching in the game field. Like during the games, the coach will say, you're this, you're that, and the player would do better. A lot of us have picked up that, and we are still living with that. And we don't even realize we are living with that. And we think the craziest, the nastiest things about ourselves. And we justify it by saying, "I'm being honest with myself. I don't have problem with criticism. I face criticism." Well, that's a very good thing to do. But if that's all you do, then that is very detrimental. On the surface, we can put a beautiful face, sometimes, a face filled with makeup, beautiful face. We can put a beautiful front for other people. We can have a very successful life on paper, but inside, if you don't think yourself in the most positive way, and all across your life, not just in your career, but in your relationships, in your health, in your wealth, in every area of your life, if you are not thinking about yourself in the most positive way, you're going to feel miserable. You're going to, that built up anger would turn into depression over time. You feel down within you and you would have no idea why. You'll try to numb it with food, binge watching TV, excessive travel. We all know somebody who's just running away from their life, and they do it by traveling. And then they say, like, this is how I'm going to learn about the world. Of course, it's a beautiful thing, but we all know when we are just running away from ourselves. We're running away from our life. Why there is a need to run away from yourself? Because the internal environment, my friend, is toxic. And the sad part is it's your own toxins. And even more sad part is you have the ability to clear it, but you don't know how to do it, so you don't do it. So if you're a person who is surrounded by toxic people, toxic relationships, that toxicity exists within you. Now, that is the level of honesty we need. Now, that toxicity might exist in your unconscious thoughts. And if you want to access them, you have to learn to slow down a little bit more. You might have to go into a deeper state of your mind. And then you will see the Pandora boxes, the can of worms. When they will start opening, you will start to feel uncomfortable. And that is when you run away. That is when you want to, all of a sudden you're hungry and you want to go and eat something because this is so uncomfortable to face your own skeletons, but they are all inside of you. Those are all the thoughts that you choose to keep thinking about yourself. And those are the thoughts that you have the choice to change them. If you think secretly you're a horrible person, you have done a lot of bad things, you can start thinking about yourself. You can change. You can do better things. I'm sure you have done some better things. You have done a lot of wonderful things. No human on this planet is all dark. We all have an element of light. Maybe there was a period in your life where, darkness was more prevalent than the light, but there are also moments where light was more prevalent than the darkness. There are two aspects within us. And when we start to think about ourselves from the place of light, you start to bring more light in all areas of your life, in all aspects of your life. Right now, we are going through Mental Health Awareness Month. Where does mental health starts? Right here. What goes on in there? Thoughts. What are the most important thoughts? How you think about yourself. Rest of the world comes later. If you think bad about yourself, you're going to think bad about other people. If you think everyone is out there to get you, most likely you're not even safe from the thoughts that are within you. You're thinking bad about yourself. You're not thinking safe things about yourself. Maybe you're calling names to yourself inside of you. So when you're attacking yourself, you think everybody's attacking you. This little capsule of a universe that we live in, that is very unique to each and every one of us. The true power comes when you realize it, you create it. And it starts with, what are you thinking? And for this segment, we are only focusing on, what are you thinking about yourself? I'll invite you to do an exercise, because this is a 30-day series. We're going to keep going. I invite you to do an exercise so you can grow as we move forward. Take a pen and paper, like, maybe a tiny notepad like this. Give yourself a challenge of 3 days. Write down everything that you're thinking. I know it's going to be a lot. And after 6 hours, you would want to give up this exercise. I personally did it once. My mentor told me, and it changed my life. Write down every thought that you're aware of, write it down. At the end of the day, see how many of those thoughts are aligned with where you want to go. How many of those thoughts are focused towards you, and are they aligned what you would like to think about yourself? Because whatever you think about yourself, you become that. If you're thinking, I'm lazy, I cannot do anything right, I made another mistake, I'm a bad parent, I'm not good at anything. If those are the thoughts you're thinking all day long, what do you think you're going to become? That is the container you're creating for the energy that's coming through you. So you're telling it, hey, I'm a square. Make me a square. So tomorrow you wake up with that kind of personality. You'll be lazy. You won't be able to do anything right. all the things you're thinking about yourself today are creating the version of you tomorrow. That is how powerful you are, my friend. That is how powerful you are. And the way you're going to fix your relationship with yourself is first shifting the way you think about yourself. Tomorrow we will go into another aspect to heal the relationship you have with yourself or bring a little bit light in that area. This is all for now. If this is something that resonates with you and you're ready to do deeper work and shift the dialogues that happen in your inner world, you can always go to my website, aliajamalcoaching.com, book a consultation with me, and I would love to be your guide on this journey of strengthening your relationship with yourself. I'll see you all tomorrow, sending lots of love. Bye.